हेलो मेरे प्यारे बच्चों, जैसे कि हमने स्टार्ट कर लिया एमसीक्यू सीरीज, तो उसमें आज है सेकेंड लेक्चर। अगर आप अभी अभी देख रहे हो, मतलब फर्स्ट टाइम विजिट कर रहे हो इस चैनल को, तो ज़्यादा लेट नहीं हुआ है। आप फर्स्ट लेक्चर देखो और सेकेंड भी देखो, तो ऐसे करके कंटिन्यू हो जाएगी ये सीरीज। तो चलो स्टार्ट करते हैं विद द फर्स्ट एमसीक्यू। इन दैट ए कंपाउंड इज फॉर्म बाय एलिमेंट्स ए एंड बी। दिस crystallizes in the cubic structure when atoms A are at the corners of the cube and atoms B are at the center of the cube. The simplest formula of the compound is. So firstly, in such a type of objectives, we have to start with this diagram. See, every time you will say that ma'am it will take too much time, but for understanding purpose, firstly if you are saying this with the explanation, then it is easy to immediately apply that content or that material also. Now see, so here how to solve such examples. What they have given, it is a cubic structure. Atoms A and B are there. So atoms A and B. What is the location of A? A are present at the corner. So as we know that 8 corners, so we have drawn here 8 particles. Next one, each particle which is present at the corner, it is shared with the other 8 unit cells. That's why it will be 1 by 8 into 8 is equal to 1. Second one, so here we have completed part A. What about the atoms B? They are present at the center, and as we know that if any atom is present at the center, it is not shared with the any other unit cell, means it is completely present. So what will be the formula? See, number of A, that is 1, B 1. So its formula will be AB. Where is this option? There is a option A. So here we have completed our first MCQ of this series. Now we'll see next one. Next one MCQ is, which is not a property of solids. So here they have given 4 options, and just we have to check which is not the property of solids. As we know that solids have the different properties. For example, intermolecular forces are strong, distance between these particles is very short, as well as we know that they have definite shape, size, as well as volume. They are rigid, high melting point, hard, as well as incompressible, or we can say that low compressibility. They have high density also. So all these are the characteristic feature. Once we know, then we can apply this for the any MCQ. See, which is not a property of solid. First one, solids are always crystalline in nature. No, because as we know that mainly solids are divided into 2 parts. One is a crystalline and second one is the amorphous. So this is not correct one, and just that only we have to find out. So here immediately we got the answer, that is the option A. But we will see the other properties also. Solids have high density and low compressibility. That point we have discussed already. Next one, the diffusion of solids is very slow. Now what is mean by that diffusion? Diffusion is a property of a substance which is based on the motion of the particles. As we know that solids, they have very slow diffusion, but if we consider gases, in gases that diffusion is fastest one, and as the temperature increases, diffusion rate also increases. So that's all about the option C. Next one, solids have definite volume. Yes, solids have definite size, shape, as well as volume. So here we have completed that MCQ. Next one, diamond is an example of. As we know that diamond, in that main element is carbon, because diamond is an allotrope of the carbon. If we consider that carbon, it comes under the covalent solids, because carbon in its outermost shell, there is a presence of 4 electron. To complete its octet, it will prefer to lose or to gain the electrons, and according to that, as we know that in the diamond, carbon is have tetrahedral geometry, and its hybridization is sp3, and as we know that sp3 hybridization is there, means there is a presence of a single bond, and single bond it is formed by the sharing a pair of electron, and that is nothing but the covalent bond. So immediately here we will get the idea, diamond, graphite or fullerene, anything is there, its answer will be covalent solid. See, option C is the answer for this next MCQ. So if we consider first one, solids with hydrogen bonding, here we can say that these are the molecular solids. when hydrogen bonding is there, dipole dipole interaction is there, or London forces are there, they are the molecular solids. Electrovalent solids are nothing but the ionic solids. And as we know that ionic solids, there is a presence of a ionic bond. Option C completed. D, glass is an example of amorphous solid. So here we have completed this MCQ with explanation. And now next one, which one of the following is a good conductor of electricity? So यहाँ पे अगर consider करते तो which type of solids are good conductor? In that we have seen that if we consider ionic solids, when these ionic solids are present in their molten state or aqueous form, then they are the good conductor. But if they are present in its solid state, then they are the bad conductor of the electricity. So that's all about the ionic solid. What about the molecular solids? Molecular solids are also the bad conductor. Metallic solids are good conductor, but here they asked about these 4 example, and in that diamond, graphite, this comes under the covalent solids. This comes under the covalent solids. But in that also, as we have seen, covalent solids in which graphite is only one form, only one example, which is the good conductor of electricity. Why that graphite is an exceptional case for the good conductance of the electricity, that we'll discuss now. Reason behind that electricity or good conductor of electricity of the graphite is, answer is graphite. Why? See, if we consider graphite, which is the allotrope of the carbon, in that graphite each carbon is sp2 hybridized, means there is a presence of a carbon-carbon double bond, and that electricity, good conductance of electricity is due to the delocalization of pi electrons present in its structure, and that is the reason behind that its conductance of the electricity. So here we have completed this. Next one, MCQ, which of the following is an example of metallic solids? So यहाँ पे carbon, if we consider carbon, it is the covalent solid. Silica carbide, it is also the example of covalent solid. And if we consider that tungsten, W, it is an example of the metallic crystal solid. Next one, among solids, the highest melting point is shown by. Here they have given 4 types of these solids. Now this is the, I think so, new for everyone, pseudo-solids. Pseudo-solids are nothing but the amorphous solid. What is that? Pseudo-solids are nothing but the amorphous solids. If we consider their melting point, they do not have sharp melting point. They do not have sharp melting point. Means their melting is in the range of the temperature. So if we consider pseudo-solids, it is not the answer. Molecular solids have very low melting point. They have very low melting point as compared to other solids. Now point remain, that is the covalent solids and ionic solids. So in that our answer is ionic solids. Means here we can say that ionic solids have the higher melting point than the covalent solids. So here we have completed some other MCQs of the second lecture. So in this way, अपने complete करने के लिए study हमारे channel को subscribe करो. Thank you all of you.